Yes, I think it's about time. It's about time we kick rolling. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Catalyst African Town Hall. This is not our usual day of meeting, but because of the convention, we have to postpone to today. We'll talk more about the Cardano Constitution Convention. We'll talk more about it next week on our last town hall. So today we'll focus on the main agenda, which is the IdeaFest, the final IdeaFest. We're giving everyone the chance to tell us about their proposal and why we should vote for them. And also, if you need any collaboration to implement your project when you get funding. So that's it. So thank you very much all for coming um, to today's town hall. My name is Daniel, as usual, and I think I have some of my team members here. Boaz, Boaz, would you like to say hello to us?
Hello, bonsoir. Je suis Boaz depuis la ville de Goma. I'm Boaz from Goma, DR Congo.
Mm, thank you very much, Boaz. So we kick in. Like I said earlier on, we'll have it very short and precise, right? We'll not keep you waiting here. We'll keep the agenda straight. So this is what we have today on the table. We'll tell you about our purpose because we might have new people here joining us today for the first time. We also say our welcome statement, which Mr. Darlington will read it for us for the first time. Then we'll go straight to business, idea first, and then partnerships and collaboration. So that's what we have today on the table. Um, Okay, so if today is your first time joining us, joining the Catalyst African Town Hall, let me take this opportunity to let you know that we are a vibrant community initiatives and we foster collaboration and knowledge sharing within the blockchain sphere across Africa and beyond the African continent, right? We don't do this only within the Africa continent, and then also we do this through an engaging sessions. We explore blockchain advancements in Africa. We do the discussion, innovative discussion. We also do idea first, like proposal discussion, like what we are coming to do today. We also work towards the collective goal of expanding the adoption and the transformative technologies in Africa. At the end of the idea first, we'll tell you more of our transformative project that we are doing, that African Town is doing. So if you are here today, you are welcome to join us, right? Our team, we are expanding. So if you want to join us and be a key player of the Catalyst African Town, please get in touch with us. You are welcome to join us. Also, so welcome to the cart. This is where Darlington of Light Donation will be reading for us. So, Mr. Darlington, if you are there, kindly unmute yourself. Let's hear your voice. This is more of like a poem. Over to you.
Welcome to CAP. From the mountains of Kilimanjaro to the soothing sounds of the Nile, across the expanse of the savannah, the depth and breadth that surrounds Mother Africa, we say, Arebo, Akwaba, Kaibo, bienvenue, welcome to another exciting Catalyst African Town Hall. Our ship is ready to sail through. Sit tight and get ready for a breathtaking experience as we show you around the world of blockchain and other exponential technology in Africa.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Darlington, how do you feel reading this? Are you proud to be an African?
Yes, yes, yes. This is great.
Amazing. So, okay, so this also to let you know that, things may break, right? Some of the issues that we have here in Africa already. Internet issues, sound and picture qualities may disorient or maybe the quality might reduce. but we just want you to know that be with us, be with us, sit very tight, like Darlington said. If my network drop, I will reconnect because end, we need to finish our agenda for today. So before we start the idea first, right? Catalyst African Town Hall, we have three impressive, three very innovative proposals that we want you to vote for us. If you are not joining us on the Zoom with your phone, right, and you have your phone with you, you have your voting app on that phone, kindly set for Catalyst African Town Hall right now. Type Catalyst African Town Hall and add the others to your voting list. Not abstention, but yes, vote yes for us. Instead of you to search for all the three names, just search for Catalyst African Town Hall, and these three proposals of ours will pop up for you to vote for us. The first one is Cardano Alliance, more of bringing all of you together, all the organizations that we have in Africa, bringing you guys together to have one of the biggest Cardano blockchain conferences in Africa. The second one is to enhance governance participation in Africa. And then the third one is to expand the African Town Hall from virtual to physical meetups. And so this is the idea that we have for you. Kindly vote for us, show us some love, share our proposal with your network, within your network. If you can also visit our Twitter and then retweet some of our proposals that we put there. So back to business. We have 9 proposals that will be presenting today. What we are going to do is that we are not going to go into breakout room because it's a very small number, right? So we take 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to do your presentation, then 5 minutes for question and answer. And then you also share your project title and link in the comment section for those who want to read more of your project to make an informed decision can also do that. So how are you going to do the presentation? We are going to follow this list to do the presentation. And this list is based on how you registered. So those registered first are at the top, up to the down. Lido Nation have 3 presentations. So when you get to their 10, we'll give them the chance to do all the 3 presentations. Then it will follow with the question and answer. So they'll have about 15 minutes to do the presentation and some other minute, maybe 10 minutes for question and answer, or if they can summarize it for us. So we have Ales, Remostat, Nathaniel, Mohammed, Mr. Ali, Solomon, Lido, and also James, and then Echo Harding. Then after that, if we have more time, we'll give the chance to our attendees to also share your proposal with us. Very short, right? Because you didn't register, so very short. We'll give you the chance for attending today's town hall. We'll give you very short time to just take us through your proposal. So I'll stop sharing my screen at this moment, and then so if unless you are there, let me know. Unless are you here? Unless is not here. Unless it's not here. So Remo start. I see Ese. Ese, I just made you a co-host. Okay, I've seen Madam Efia too. Yeah, Madam Efia, hello. When we did the introduction, we didn't see you. Hello. So Ese, please, if you are here.
Hello, I was on my way to Kumasi. I just got to Kumasi.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you. Darlington, how are you doing? Have you rested enough?
I think
Come here.
Ese network, Ese just dropped.
Oh,
Natalia,
She's
a while.
coming back. Maybe it was a connection issue.
I'm currently in Kumasi, Madam
I was
Afia.
admitting her.
I'm in Kumasi. Oh, take me to dinner.
that's a great idea.
Okay.
I'll follow us over the weekend.
Okay, you guys should discuss your dinner after our town hall. Okay, so whilst Ese is how do you call it? Preparing his network, can we jump to Nathaniel so that we know, like, so Nathaniel will be presenting on Cardano Caravan store. Or is Ese around?
Yeah, I just had to swap my device. I'm not
Oh,
having
okay. Okay. So Nathaniel, please, let's give Ese the chance then.
Sure.
Sorry, Daniel, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Where is the lady who is accustomed to say recording start? I can't hear her. Is she around?
I'm not getting you. We are recording the meeting.
Yeah, I think the lady came and she left. It shows it's recording for me.
Am I the only one not getting what Boaz is saying?
No, I get it. On my screen, it tells me it's recording.
Yes, I'm also seeing recording.
But yeah, Boaz, you're right. The lady didn't announce it, so maybe Zoom did an update. I'm not sure.
We actually had the recording in progress when they hit
Okay.
the.
You see, so much excitement. You didn't hear it. So much excitement. Okay, Essay, please, are you ready, or we should give you some time?
Oh yes, I'm ready. I'm just
Okay.
going to do a solo presentation. I won't be sharing my screen.
Okay,
Or
please.
I can share my
Please go
screen.
ahead. I've made you a co-host.
Okay, thank you so much. Hi everybody. Hi, Madam Ifya. It's been a while. So my name is Essie Williams and I'm from Remo Start. And we've actually put in two proposals. So do we have 5 minutes each for both proposals?
Please, you registered for only one proposal.
No, it was two. I put Cardano plugin, Protos code analyzer, and I was supposed to fill the form twice.
Please, what we have here is only one, and you should have sent it. But anyway, you can just merge the two proposals together, and then after that, we will ask the question and answer, please.
Okay, thank you so much. So the
Okay.
first proposal I'll be talking about is the Cardano plugin, Protos code analyzer. So this tool is an AI tool designed to assist developers in optimizing and securing their Pluto's smart contract on the Cardano blockchain. One of the reasons why we are actually doing or creating this tool is because of one of the blockers that we actually face. As you all know, Remostat is a fundraising when it comes to talents and also startups. And we were able to pinpoint a major blocker that's limiting participation of developers. And that is that ensuring their smart contracts are secure, optimized, cost-effective, which that because of its complications and its and the way it is not as easy as Solidity and the rest, so it leads to potential like these developers creating smart contracts that are potentially vulnerable and not so ineffective, and then we also have like high transaction fees on the network. So our goal and our aim with this Pluto's analyzer is to provide a comprehensive suite of features aimed at improving the quality, performance, and security of smart contracts before they are deployed. The tool also would address common challenges faced by developers, which are already identified before now, and it will also ensure the overall efficiency of their code. So some of the key features would include automated security audits, performance optimization, cost and fee estimations, also user-friendly interface so that it will be easy to use and comprehend. The significant impact this would have in the Cardano ecosystem is it's going to be providing with AI-driven tools to another than optimize smart contracts, which is going to increase on-chain activities, and it will also enhance security,
Essay,
performance, and efficiency.
sorry,
Yeah.
will you be sharing your screen?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay, thank you very much. So one of the things that the impact is going to be having on the Cardano community is we're going to be seeing more on-chain participation. And we're also going to be seeing more interactions with the apps in the Cardano ecosystem because we'll be able to have DApps that has high security, high performance, and they're also efficient and has reduced gas fee. And it's also going to help with performance and optimization of these DApps that are being created. So one of the metrics that we'll be using for this is we'll be expecting 500 plus smart contracts in the first year after launch. And we'll also be seeing 30% reduction in vulnerabilities detected post-deployment. And then we are hoping to see 10 to 15% reduction in transaction cost. And for this project, we've only requested for 180,000 ADA. And a bit about the team, we've actually have experience in we are part of the Cardano ecosystem, and we've actually had funding rounds from Fund 9 to date. And Remostat, which is our that was funded in Fund 9, has turned into an MVP, and it's also growing steadily. Also, our CEO Ubio Obu is part of the Catalyst community, and we also have a number of participations in governance and in the activities of Cardano, and also channeling it in Africa in part of town that we are at. We also have Edia Gando Tobo and Yash Shambika, who have experience in computer engineering, full stack development, blockchain development, with cumulatively with over 20 years of experience. Yeah, so we would like you to vote for our proposal, which is a Cardano plugin, Pluto's code analyzer. You can search it. And yeah, thank you so much for that. I just have to make it super brief so that I can go into the next proposal, which is the DREP Explorer matchmaking algorithm. One of the things that has been like a major blocker for some people to actually interact with the DApps is that they actually do not know how to participate. They don't even know where to get these people, or actually how to, communicate or pick a DREP that actually resonates with them. And also, most DREPs also find it difficult to actually get people to actually delegate to them, except they actually use their circles or use word of mouth. And that actually is not really quite so efficient when it comes to making this thing full scale and making it, full blown, and get everybody to actually adopt it. So why are we proposing to actually chop this off? Because the DREP program is supposed to increase on-chain governance and also community participation and ensure that everybody's voice is being heard. So we're proposing this solution called the DREP Explorer matchmaking algorithm, which is going to be an AI-powered tool, just like every other Explorer, where we get to see real-time information about this DREP. Also be able to get matchmaked to the perfect DREP that actually has your values and your ethos, so that you don't have to spend tens and tons of thousands of time to actually, trying to get the perfect DREP. And it's also going to help DREP so that we don't have redundant DREPs, because according to statistics, we have about 523,930,000 ADA that's currently dedicated, and we have 736 million dedicated to abstain DREP, which you can actually see the gap, and you can actually see this imbalance actually. So that is something that this platform, this solution is going to actually resolve. Some of the key features are AI-driven DREP research, personalized matchmaking, user-friendly interfaces, and the expected impact we hope this has is enhanced confidence in DREP selection by Cardano community member, increased alignment between delegators and DREPs, and we also hope to have like a streamlined DREP research process that saves time and effort, and more community members engaged in the delegation. We are looking at increase in the on-chain delegation by up to 10 to 20% in the next 2 years by the streamlining of the DREP selection processes, which will actually come up with improved governance representation, increased participation and engagement, transparency, and accountability. The team remains the same. And so what is our how are we trusted to actually deliver this? So we are also, our CEO, Ubi Ogu, is one of the DREP Pioneer Program Coordinator. So he has all the necessary informations and the rudiments to actually carry this out. He's also an AI and expert blockchain researcher. So he also has like experience when it comes to AI and how to deploy these solutions with effectiveness. And we also have a proven a track record from Fund 9 to date, and we always complete our projects on time. And our proof of work is on our social media channel across all channels, which is seeable and diggable and traceable. Yeah, thank you all so much for giving us the opportunity to share our proposals. We have a lot more which you can check for. You just have to use the ticker Remostat, and all our proposals is going to pop up. We have one that's looking at the interoperability between Cardano and ICP. We already have like an ongoing work with ICP, so we just wanted to marry this ecosystem together. You can all just check it out. Thank you all so much for your support, and we're looking forward to having the year's votes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ese. That is very brief. We were able to do all this within 8 minutes. Very impressive. Okay, so what we'll do is that if you can copy your project title and the link on IdeaScale and share with us on in the comment section so that we can also read more and then make informed decision. And your presentation was on point. And I want to ask, you have a very solid team, but if someone is interested and want to join, or somebody have an idea, want to join and help you implement, is there room for that?
Well, yeah, because we actually foster a collaborative environment. So you can just send us a DM on Twitter at Remostat, and yeah, we can all do it together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So those of you that want to join Remostat to do this implementation, kindly get in touch with them, and don't forget to also show them some love by voting for them. Is there any question for AC on the two proposals that she just presented? You can just unmute yourself or raise your hand emoji, and then we'll call you. It seems like AC presentation was on point and well understood. So AC, thank you very much. Mr. Jomina Nathaniel, if you are there, please kindly unmute yourself. I'm sure you are a co-host, and then let us know what you have for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to share my screen, and let me take this opportunity to say good evening to everyone. So, can I begin? Okay, so this is our proposal presented as an entity, that is the Yafo Institute, and the title is Cardano Caravan Store, educating and empowering Yoroi wallets payment among students and beyond. And the project is submitted in Cardano Open Ecosystem. Now, basically, when we say Cardano Caravan Store, it comes with 4 features. The first one is to educate students about Cardano Project Catalyst and how students can participate. We also look at how the caravan works, where it's like a stand where you present this stand at a tech event, and it will bring affordable goods to students and also participants at various events within the Cardano ecosystem, and even other tech events can also be considered. Then we also provide real world use case where we allow students to purchase everyday items using the Cardano wallet. So basically they will be using ADA wallet to do transactions. So, and then the last feature is fiat to ADA exchange. So the display array of this goods that has been displayed will only be allowed to acquire if you are using ADA to purchase them. So let's assume you see a bunch of goods like this that, some are things that students need in their everyday life, stationaries, the pens and whatnot, the food items, and it's at affordable price. So you see that it's cheap and we bundle it, but the only way you can access it is that you are paying with ADA. So it's like you have come to meet something that is at $1 or like something that is cheap, but you can only buy it with ADA. So it will force you to try to learn, okay, what is ADA about? How do you even acquire ADA? How do you get to set up your wallet? How do you, and then we get to use this avenue to tell you a lot more about ADA, Cardano ecosystem, Project Catalyst, and as we have this conversation, you acquire these goods. And so that is how you should picture the Cardano Caravan store. This project fits the campaign by providing an extensive outreach to Project Catalyst among students. It also provide practical use case of Cardano wallet to acquire reward assets from our store, and then also bring fun to community events through education and practical engagement. So it's not going to be like talk, but then you enjoy it, you acquire it, and you see that you are really taking stuff in reward. Now, what we will need your support to do is that with this proposal, we'll be able to secure huge partnership, and then we'll purchase goods that will be of interest and relevant to students, and any event that we are going, we'll make sure that we tailor our goods that will be very relevant. For instance, we can consider goods like hardware wallets and whatnot, so that people who are into the tech space and would like to acquire some of these stuff will be able to use our Caravan store to acquire them at an affordable price. And so for this particular proposal, we'll be hosting 4 main events that will bring the Caravan stores closer to people to be able to acquire. And then we'll also use this opportunity to train volunteers who act as backup technical support to assist while the Caravan store is in motion to other events. You can join us, or you can join us by scanning this. And if you have an event that you want the Caravan store to be close to you, you just fill this form, you give us the details, the setup, and you just fill the necessary details, you give us the day, the time, and then the Caravan store will confirm to be there with you, so that to make your event fantastic and more engaging as well. Now, when it comes to our team, we have a team of experienced marketing managers. Like I said, we submitted this proposal as an entity and was submitted on our behalf by Elijah. So we have people who have experience in logistic and event coordination. We have also technical support specialists that can assist people if they are having any challenges with any of the education that we are going to give them, from understanding Project Catalyst to setting up your wallet and participating in creating your account and whatnot. These are some of the experience that we have, and we have people who have been in funds in Project Catalyst starting from maybe Fund 7. So we have a lot of experienced people on board for this proposal. So at this juncture, I'll call on you to support our proposal. You vote for us. If you go, you can search for the Cardano Caravan store, and you look for our proposal. It's submitted by Yafo Institute. So watch this, that maybe Cardano Caravan store, and it's being submitted by Yafo Institute. And our ask is 52,000 ADA, and we hope that you bless us with your support and you make this idea a reality. I am Nathaniel Jamina, and also president of the Yafo Institute. Thank you all for your time, and I'll end my presentation here and welcome questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That's very brief. We appreciate your time and your presentation, as well as your project idea. This is going to enforce how do you call it? It's going to enforce I want the right adjective to use, but what I'm trying to say is that this is going to be an educate people on Cardano. It's going to help people to create wallets, and then it's going to also force people to use ADA to do transaction at their grassroots or their local level. This is a very brilliant idea that I think you will have our support. Each and every proposer proposing today, the Catalyst of Townhall will use their wallet, courtesy by Madam Efia. We'll use our wallet to vote for each proposal that is presenting here. So you have our support. And also, after presenting, don't run away, don't leave us, stay with us till the end of the proposal. Okay. So
Sure.
please, if anybody have proposal for any question for Nathaniel, kindly raise up your hand and ask Nathaniel the question about his proposal. Are you planning on extending this project to other parts of Africa?
Yeah, when you were making submission earlier, I saw that one of your proposals aligned with us, and so if you will be roaming Catalyst African Town Hall across and some of these events, I think we'll also be able to also capitalize on this to have our stand also rotate. And if the event is more tech friendly, then we can shift our goods from student stuff to more tech things that make people would like to acquire. And even other Cardano souvenirs can also come in and whatnot. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Darlington.
Hi, thanks for the presentation and the idea. One silly question. When the proposal deadline, at the time of the proposal deadline, ADA was 30 cents, and I'm sure maybe your budget was, according to the ADA price. Well, the ADA price has gone up 3 times since the deadline. So what do you plan to do with the extra money if you're funding?
Yeah, so that's very brilliant. When it comes to this project, you realize that we have a center of attraction when it comes to the project, and that is the goose. So the extra funding will also help us to kind of diversify our goose so that we'll have an array of goose and also make it more cheaper so the moment you see the bundle of goose, you are eager to want to acquire. And so we will take that eagerness to give you the sort of education that you need. And we also want to add a brochure where we'll have an education template on it that people can take it along as you purchase the Google add it to, so that maybe whatever we said to you in a sort of education, you can get maybe a one-pager, a very small sheet that like you can just hold it and you have a lot of information on, and then you can interact with us from there. And so these are some of the extra things that we plan to do in addition to, because of the price action of ADA. Thanks.
That makes sense. One last question. I see that one of the wallets you plan to support out of the gate includes NAMI. Are you aware that NAMI and even Eternal, they're not that mobile friendly? I don't think NAMI works on mobile at all.
Yeah, for Eternal, it used to work on mobile, and then NAMI is not working on mobile. But then the goal is to project every wallet in the Cardano ecosystem. That is why we add every wallet. We don't want to exclude any. However, if somebody wants to pay with NAMI wallet, which is like you have to have your laptop to make payment, you are supposed to be accepted if you are with your laptop. Maybe your MacBook is with you where you can just carry it along. We don't have an issue with that, but the goal when it comes to the wallet is that any wallet at all in the Cardano ecosystem, alongside the project, we should be able to promote that as well. So whatever you are comfortable with, because at the end of the day, we will let you understand Project Catalyst. And if you're going to work with Project Catalyst and you will use NAMI wallets, that's fair with us. Because at the end of the day, it all promotes Cardano.
Okay. So before Madam Ifya comes in, I want to ask, how do you confirm who have made a payment when they are doing purchase? Do they have to be in present, or they can
Yeah, you are
pay
paying
wherever they
present
are?
and taking your goods, because the payments is happening in person, and you are taking your goods from there. So once you are there, you make your payment, you take your goods, and then you take it home. And then we also get opportunity to educate you. Maybe somebody may not even have a wallet. They say, okay, I want the goods, but what is ADA? Then that's an opportunity for us to let you understand what ADA is, how you can acquire it, what other opportunities Cardano ecosystem present. And then as you purchase your goods, and we even guide you to purchase your good, and you see that whatever we are telling you is not so abstract, but you can have on-chain activity where we can even accept the ADA we are talking to you about, and then we can give you real world goods, and we can take the conversation from there.
Okay, I have one more question, but let me give the chance to Madam Ifya to go ahead with yours.
Okay, I was actually going to ask my first question was what you asked. I wanted to know whether it's an online thing, and if somebody, how would you know where the wallet is coming from? But my second question is, I pray it's not a touch wood. I pray that our proposals get funding. But do you have any idea, should this proposal not get funding? Do you have any idea of implementing it whilst looking for funding, or without funding, it will just stall on the
So
shelf?
basically, this proposal, if I'm not mistaken, this will be our third round of funding, where we have not been able to secure funding for this particular idea. And I think it has to do with the lack of, like, I don't know if people are not really getting the pictorial version of the whole idea really proper, but I think this opportunity here will also help communicate that to people. And without funding, it's basically going to make it difficult for us. We can do other like preliminaries, like securing some of the goods, because when it comes to the goods, we are dealing with companies that will give us the goods at a subsidized cost. And that I can assure that we've done works that we have people who can give us goods at a wholesale price, like not like at a retail price. Like we take it directly from the companies who are really producing some of this stuff that they give to students, so that it will be more affordable. And you also realize that some of the goods we also want to subsidize so that it becomes relatively cheaper than at the market. So you want to, even if, like, let's say it's a tech event that is happening and we are saying the Cardano Caravan store is coming, you would want to be there to learn whatever you want to get from the tech event, and also have opportunity to interact with the caravan store, because you are going to get goods at a cheaper prices. And that's also going to be like a sort of competitive edge that will pull people to events. Like, let's say Cardano organizing DREP event, annual dinner, and whatnot. You have our caravan stores there to make the whole event kind of more exciting. So funding is really at the core of this project. And if we are not able to get funding, it's going to really affect us. But then, like I've said, we've done some other advancement already, but we will need funding to take it to the next step. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
We are,
Let me a follow-up question. Sorry.
okay.
I have an idea that for it to be sustainable, you have to be realistic with your pricing. Because if you're saying that you need funding to get the goods, the core goods, to be competitive and all those things, it means that at the end of the funding, this might end. But it's a very good proposal. And I think you can collaborate with other people who are interested, so that you can actually make this, it's not just a one-time thing when the funding ends, because I see it as a sustainable thing. I don't know whether I'm making sense.
I think I get it from that background. So the goods that we are doing is going to hold the seed of the project. So it will going to be replanted in the project. So once we bring goods and people acquire them, we'll use the money to acquire more goods. Once we have more goods in stock, anybody that calls us, we should be able to meet their demand for any tech events that will happen within the Cardano ecosystem, and even other ecosystems that will even want to engage us. We also like to take this opportunity to them that will make them draw interest to Cardano ecosystem.
Okay,
I get that. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think we are asking all these questions because your project have caught our attention. And looking at the question Madam Mayfair asked, I want to ask, based on the question, right? Is your prices going to be in ADA or USD? And is the price going to be static, or is going to change as the dollar, as the ADA rises to the
Okay,
dollar,
so
to the
depending on
USD?
the country, our prices will be in let me say dollar, or the local currency of the people. So let's say if you're in Ghana, our price will be in cedis, and so you pay either equivalent of the cedis, and it will be changing depending on the economic conditions that we are having, and also the price. But at all times, our baseline is that we are going to make it relatively cheaper than the actual market. So that's why we are not going to take our goods from the retailers, but rather we will take it directly from the manufacturers. So those who manufacture the goods will engage the companies direct and buy it from direct wholesale, so that we can sell at wholesale price that will be really affordable for the consumer, so that at every point in time we should be able to acquire more at a very lower price from that. Thank you.
Okay, Nathaniel, thank you very much. Kindly, I can see you have shared your project title and your link with us. You have our support, and I'm sure the rest of the community members to have who will also show you some love and vote for you. Do we have Mohammed Osman here? Mohammed Osman, are you in the building?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening.
Oh, Mohammed, we are here. Okay, so Mohammed will be presenting on Cardano for Northern Ghana. Mohammed, would you like to share your screen? Do you have a presentation? Do you have a PowerPoint?
Yes, but I can't show it now. I'm
Okay.
using a phone. Yes.
So do you want me to present for you? I can see that you uploaded it. Should I share for you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, here you are, Mohammed.
All right. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
My name is Mohammed Usman from Tamale, Ghana, and I'm presenting here for you to see the importance of it. Cardano for Northern Ghana. This is just an overview of the project, evolution of money, and before I will begin, I have come to realize that most people in the northern part of Ghana are newbies in the cryptocurrency space. And most of them, when we organize an event, they act as newbies in the community. And most of them looked at it to be in a form of scam. So I tried putting up this idea in order to make their notice. So this is an overview. Evolution of money, what cryptocurrency is about, its futures, and why cryptocurrency. We'll also talk to them about blockchain technology and Cardano blockchain. So what is evolution of money? How money has been evolved, or how money is started? It started with barter, trade of barter, exchange of goods with money. Like for instance, if someone has an animal or any other thing you can use to exchange for food in the olden days, then there it moved to gold, then to metal coins and paper notes, plastic cards, electronic money, and now in cryptocurrency. Time moving on, we'll talk to them about what cryptocurrency is all about. And as we said, cryptocurrency is just a digital cash for everyone on the planet, as mentioned earlier by Satoshi Nakamoto. It's also a peer-to-peer currency. Nobody has the power to control how we use the currency. So why should we use crypto? Why crypto? No government can confiscate your money. This is what we are going to present to the audience in the northern part of Ghana, as they have low knowledge in the cryptocurrency space. No bank can control where you spend your Bitcoin or your money or your Cardano either. No central bank can evaluate your money by printing more. No. You can send a money of you can send a money of digital money, any amount, Cardano, for a fraction of a penny without spending much tax. For instance, Ghana, the EDV. With cryptocurrency, you spend a small amount of tax in sending and receiving a cryptocurrency. here are some techniques of the blockchain technology, how it works. I think everyone can see the blockchain technology, how it passes to the node. Let me just practice. So it's the use cases. Let me just quickly wrap up here and ask them. It's not on our side. So we'll talk to them about the wallet. Let's talk about the crypto wallets, the URI wallet, the Eternal wallet. But there are other wallets, but these are the most popular wallets that we use in the ecosystem. And I think this is just a brief about my presentation. And our team are very experienced. The individuals that the Cardano ecosystem, the catalyst, is known to. I have here Mohammed Mustafa Yakubu as founder for Cardano Ghana community, and he is also an ambassador. He will be an assistant of throughout the project process. And I also have Said Hussein, the IT. He is a graphic designer and also an experienced Cardano ambassador in the ecosystem. I have Al Hassan Adam. He will be our logistics provision. And the project will be based on TV presentation and radio. And why we are going to do it this way is that most people have time for TV, listening to TV and through radio. That's what most people, especially the old people here, that's what they does. And that's why I said this idea should be given to them in order for them to be able to know into detail about Cardano. Example, I was to sell an ADA and I have texted one guy, he trades Bitcoin. I texted him on WhatsApp. I told him that I have ADA, this amount of ADA to sell to be sold. So he asked what is ADA. I said Cardano. He was confused. I have changed to be that person the same, and I've realized that what we are doing, though it has made an impact to most people, but there are some they didn't get the actual knowledge of Cardano blockchain. This is why I've came out with this idea in order to educate them more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Mohammed is the only one who have shared this project idea, shared the entire syllabus with us. Very interesting syllabus, Mohammed. Uh, so I think, Mohammed, your project is a very good idea to educate the Northern Ghana people on Cardano blockchain, and you also added all your syllabus, your topic that you'll be discussing with them. I think it's also a plus. I will also advise you to get in touch with, I think Jeremiah. Jeremy is also doing very well when it comes to crypto education in Northern Ghana. If you don't have his contact, you can join our
I have his
Telegram.
contact.
You have his contact. Okay, very well. That is good. It can also
Yes.
help you to implement and reach, help you to implement this your proposal if you get funding. Please, anyone have question for Mohammed? Mr. Mohammed, it seems like your presentation is well understood by all. So we thank you very much for coming. Please don't run away. Stay with us till the end of the IdeaFest. We have Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali, please are you here? Can you unmute yourself and say hello?
Yeah. Hello. Thank you for having me. Can I start? Shall I start?
Where are you, please? Let me see. Are you talking from Mohammed's device?
No, I think maybe I mistook
Okay,
your
okay. I've
comment.
seen you. Okay, please go ahead with.
So, where is this? Yeah. Do you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is Ali, and I'm here for a proposal called Cardinal Threat Intelligence. And I'm going to share the link in the chat. But the proposal is all about enhancing Cardano security, and hopefully I can finish it very soon. So let's start. My presentation divided in three sections, normally intro to CTI, like what is CTI, what do we mean by Cardano Threat Intelligence, what would be the framework at what we are proposing, and the life cycle, which would be something that hopefully, if we get more funded, we can create sustainability of Cardano Threat Intelligence. But before starting, I would love to talk about where this idea came from. Certification working group started back in 2022 by IOG, and then migrated to Intersect, and then recently we got merged with Open Source Committee, and hopefully, actually next year we have planned to create another working group and combine several other working group into a security policy working group so that we can help the Cardano community security and certification or anything related to that. But we work, at least in these 2 years, we work in different area. But one important CIP that we proposed was CIP 52, which was about Cardano audit best practices guidelines, and CIP 96, which was about on-chain depth certification metadata. And a little bit about myself. My name is Ali, and I work for around a decade as a malware analyst and penetration tester. I've been around in crypto since 2014, and I'm experienced in Solidity smart contract auditing before coming to Cardano. Also, I'm one of the team member of Gimbal Labs doing policy instructing and, of course, auditing. And I'm also co-founder of Equival, Andamio, and Digitalis. And sure, I was a member of the certification working group and then became the chair of that. And then right now, I'm just a normal team member of Open Source Committee. And I was one of the auditor of CIP 96 as well. So let's start with intro to our platform, the Cardano Threat Intelligence. Just for those who don't know what threat intelligence normally is the action and process of gathering, analysis, and understanding of information about potential threat and risk in digital landscape, in our case, Cardano ecosystem, which involves monitoring security events, tracking emerging threats, attack patterns, researching threat actors, and of course, sharing relevant information. So we hope by installing this platform and framework, Cardano can proactively identify and mitigate security risk, enhance their security defenses, and of course respond effectively to cyber attack, and ultimately protecting our ecosystem. And well, what we normally identify for our platform to work on, because we are hoping to start a CTI platform and framework with education and educating regards to all the security stuff. But what we've identified, it normally lacks in our ecosystem regards to security, and of course after several research done in certification working group, like we really don't have early detection of the vulnerabilities or weaknesses. And community collaboration regards to auditing is not really in good stage. Like we have good auditors framework, and of course project, but having a standards between them is something that we lack. And of course, standardization of that framework and vulnerability mitigation. We have a list of vulnerabilities curated from different audit reports, which you can find it inside this link. It is inside the certification working group and IOG. Let me share it in the chat. So if you look at, these are normally the vulnerabilities or weaknesses we can find in a smart contract. It doesn't matter normally what language it is written. Bluetooth, it was identified normally in Bluetooth, but later in ACAN and of course other languages, we found similar problem as well. And these vulnerabilities and weaknesses are just really something out there that really hard for any developers out there to identify and try to mitigate that. And of course, trying to have a proactive security mechanism and of course, continuous improvement. So creating a cycle of helping the community and community help the security and something that's sustainable. So normally, what we call as threat is security gaps in cyber threat is normally mainly a reflection of our weaknesses, and unfortunately, we don't carry regards to security until it's too late. But what we are offering. So what we are going to do is creating a course around security, teaching about all these vulnerabilities and talking about that. But at the end of the day, we want the students who learn about these do something about this framework. So those will be the people who we call them watchdogs. And they are going to try to identify all these vulnerabilities and weaknesses in future. So we came up with a CTI identifier, and that CTI identifier, this is an example of CTI identifier, but we already gave that identifier to several auditing frame, like TWAC, like MLabs, of course. So this is but again, because of due to migration, all the changes from IOG to intersec and then open source committee, this thing actually we just left out. So just put it aside until we really figure it out who is going to do what exactly. So, but
Mr. Ali,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Mr. Ali, please, your time passed 2 minutes ago, but we can give you one extra minute to wrap up for us, please.
Sure. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to create an education system that creates what we call watchdogs, whom based on a template that I just showed you, an identifier, help the security of Cardano and of course the developers. And hopefully, once we get funded, we can create a whole sort of ecosystem around that. So thank you for listening to me. If you have any question, feel free to ask.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ali. This is one of the projects that I think I'm much interested in. Coming from a cybersecurity background, I think this project is very good, especially considering the cyber attack surfaces that we have now. I saw you showing us some identifier. Is this similar to CVE, Common Vulnerability
Exactly.
Exposure?
Exactly. Actually, this is the one we came up with from not just CVE, but from the NIST standard regards to identifying the vulnerability in US government. So we combine these two to find an identifier so that we can use it for whole ecosystem. Doesn't matter. It's just a mainnet, but any parallel chain, even Hydra, can have its own very unique identifier. So once we talk about this code, we really can pinpoint any weakness or vulnerability. And as I just I'm going to share a link to those example, and you can find them as well. That example, those there are 4 example, and some of them was done by Twax. I mean, this was an experiment. Twax, Labs, Anastasia Lab as well, Vacuum Lab as well, and us and me, to show that how this identifier works in fact.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all for my question. Please, anybody have question for Mr. Ali on his proposal? If there's no proposal, the title of the proposal is Cardano Threat Intelligence, a security education platform. Okay, I've seen that you have shared the link with us, so please show the proposal some love by voting for the proposal and the team. Without wasting much time, we'll give Solomon Salifu. Solomon, please, if you are here, say hello. Other than that, we'll skip you to the next proposal. Solomon Salifu, are you here? Okay, Salifu is not here yet, so we will pass the baton to Light Donation, Mr. Darlington.
Hello, thanks for having me. That's me. Everyone here from Nairobi, Kenya. Asante sana. We have 3 proposals on the ballot, but I think let me I think maybe what I like to do is share what I've been working on, what we've been working on. It has to do with one of the proposals, the Catalyst Explorer, which I'm sure everyone here have either heard about it or used it, maybe. If you haven't used it, you're not doing Catalyst right. You should check it out. And what I would like to do is encourage this group and the African community to check out the work that's being done now that's not live, and providing feedback for any frustrations that they've had with the tool, with the current tool, so that when this version comes online, hopefully by Fund 14, it will work better for you. For our specific proposals, if you're in the tool or if you're in the app, you can just search by Lido. You'll see them. One of them is this Catalyst Explorer proposal. And the big idea for this one that's on the Fund 13 ballot, it's to iterate on the work that we're already currently doing that's not live yet. But hopefully we'll be live by Fund 14. To integrate some AI to make finding ideas easier. And then all of the Cardano transaction data that's currently growing mold in telegrams and spreadsheets and stuff. We want to integrate all that data and have the same live data that you're used to for proposals, but bring all that stuff from the Cardano blockchain, where the money's going, where the money's coming from, what the balances are, stuff like that, what the value was when the person received the money, with the assumption that, the selling the ADA. Anywho, so that's what this proposal is about. And this is the work that's ongoing, that if this proposal is funded, it will extend the deliverable for the work that's currently ongoing. Obviously, we're not going to wait for this proposal to be funded, and we're not going to wait to implement all these features before we release the version that's coming out now. As soon as this version is good enough for people to start using, we're going to release it because Lido has a robust infrastructure that lets us push updates all the time. During Catalyst voting periods, when people are finding bugs and stuff and tweaks, we usually deploy on a slow day 3 versions of the site. On a busy day, more than 10 versions of the site gets deployed, and nobody notices it. It just works thanks to the magic of 2024 technology stack. So this is the current tool that's being built. I'll put the link in the chat. You can check it out, and when I'm done speaking, I'll put a link to a form that we were collecting feedback on for this tool. We will really love any feedback you have if you're using the tool, on what could be better. We have a lot more work to do right now on the home page and the proposals page are the only 2 pages that's working. But just, you can get a sense of what direction the tool is heading in, and some of the things that's coming. And then the other thing, this is completely open source. So if you're a developer, you can have feedback at that level. We're going to figure out how to do this in the long run, but if you are not a developer, but maybe you know a developer who knows what a JSON is, maybe they can help you translate this. We're trying to get the tool to be available in as much languages as possible. So out of the get-go, as you can see, it's already supporting English. There's been some French translation, which doesn't work in my Chrome browser for some reason. One of the extensions is messing with it. But if you can see that a lot of the things is already translated to French. We plan to do Swahili because we have Swahili speakers on the team. So any African languages that you want to see on here, which could just be a good way to showcase your area, your community, your language, even if it's used by like 10 people. I don't know how many of the local African languages are spoken within the Project Catalyst community. But that could be a very good avenue to showcase your local language. Because people will be able to, we haven't decided where to put the language switcher yet. But we want to make that a prominent thing so people, when people come, they know they can engage with the tool in their first language. And all of that can be not that. Let's see, resources. If you're not a developer, just ignore this part. Someday we will make the language translation easier for non-devs. So if you're a developer, you can connect with someone who knows the language very well, and help us with these translations. So just in here, all of the stuff that's powering all of the UI, every single piece of text exists in this file. So it's just a matter of getting this file, and I can even send you this file, and then you replace the English words with your local language, and send me the file back. And then that language will just be available on the site magically like that, which is super, super cool. So when this thing launch and it gets debuted to the entire Cardano community, I would love to see other African languages besides Swahili on here, if you guys are up to the task. And if this proposal on Fund 13 gets funded, there's a small line item for compensation for people helping with translation somewhere in here. I'm not sure where. So there might be small thank you gratitude if we get funding for the language translation. If we don't, I don't know, you can talk to me. I might be able to give you some husky. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about mostly today, just to introduce you guys to what we're building for the next version of the tool that we all use, this tool that you all use and love, and get your support on the proposal that's on the ballot for it. And then more importantly, get your feedback for what you want to see in a new version that's coming. By the way, if you're wanting to see, lots of people don't know this on the tool, but this filters expands and there's a bunch of stuff in here. The newest thing we've added is all these, we're not complete with all of the different communities yet, but all of these cohorts of proposal, like the Cardano Foundation proposal, for example, proposal in East Africa, we plan to add things like the main swap, the ring riders, anywhere where people are sort of aggregating proposals, we're going to add it. And so that's a way to sort of slice through the proposal and see, just what the foundation was voting on. And maybe, I don't know what kind of metrics you might be interested in. But once you select the community for the Canada Foundation, you can then compound it with all of the other metrics. You can see how many open source proposals they voted for versus non-open source. You can scope this down to just Fund 13, for example, and look at our metrics again. So 43 non-open source in Fund 13, 142 open source. You can look at the tags. This really should be a list. So check it out. Will yield the rest of my time back to you guys and to anybody who has questions.
Thank you very much, Darlington. We actually love your interface. In particular, I've been using your Explorer a lot to check the number of people who have voted for me. I keep refreshing it
People are
every
just hitting
minute.
refresh.
And I think
Oh,
your project, this project is a game changer, right? It's actually changed how we can actually audit or like see a high level overview of what is going on in the voting app. So I really love it. The first time I came across it, I was like, "Whoa, this is it." So please, if you're here, show some love to Light Donation Foundation. You can visit their app and then show some love for them and then vote for them. Yeah, anybody have question for Light Donation? Any question? No question? Okay, okay, okay. So please, do we have Anoche James over here? James Anoche. James Anoche will be
Yes, please, I'm
presenting
here.
AI powered. Okay, thank you for staying. AI powered chatbot assistant for the Project Catalyst community and proposals. Oh, wow, wow. Anoche, tell us about it. What to you?
Okay, please, I want to share my screen.
Yes, please, you can share your screen.
Okay. Please, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, during my time as last funding, I obtained Fund 12, I obtained funding for my project, and during that time, during this time, like I've experienced a problem. So that's the main inspiration for this particular proposal. I realized that when newcomers come on board, some of them navigating to resources is like a problem. And for some of them, they ask some redundant questions that are already being asked. And some also do not really know more about what Project Catalyst is about, and also the onboarding process and what goes on when you are funded, or what the Project Catalyst is generally about. So that's the main theme for this particular project. So we propose that we will develop an AI-powered chatbot assistant to help give answers to this particular problem. So the challenges that I was talking about is that funded projects, developers and community face challenges in finding resources and getting timely answers due to the time differences of between we, the funded project, and some of the workers from the Cardano team that are supposed to provide us with answers due to the time difference. Sometimes we need answers to questions, and we because of the time difference, we have to wait a while, and this can also cause some inefficiency. And also, we want to another problem is that we also have inefficiency in project management and collaboration. So through this, some do not even have the idea that for example, when you submit, let's say, the deliverables of your milestone, the milestone reviewers have like 72 hours to review them. So when some funded proposers submit their proposal, they tend to panic just after 24 hours and start asking a lot of questions, which sometimes it overwhelms the catalyst team, and sometimes they have to now answer all these questions, and they don't get time to answer unique questions, or questions which match technicalities faster. So it can also cause inefficiency in these projects, in these projects, and also this has also increased redundant questions due to this not being done. And for example, one example is that even for us proposers, most of us don't have the database of the funded proposals. Yeah, so some of us tend to suggest proposals which are already funded, and through this AI chatbot, you'll be able to also know this particular project. So when you suggest a proposal or something, you can ask this chatbot and to be able to know if your proposal has already been funded, to also cause you not securing funds. So the key areas that we also want to support is the resource navigation, directing users to essential project-related resources, such as funding guidelines and reporting tools. And we want to do this to minimize the time spent searching for documentations and also policies. And we also want it to function to also provide instant AI-driven responses to common queries from funded project proposals and also community members, streamline project management. We also want to do this to reduce delays for waiting for human support. And for our rollout, the basic function we want to also do is for a basic question and answer, and also resource support for new users, and also personalized project assistance to also be able to give you personalized or unique answers to whatever that you want to ask about your project, and maybe questions you may be having which are normally not you can't obtain from ChatGPT, because someone will say that, oh, there's ChatGPT there, so why do you need another chatbot? The reason is that this ChatGPT is not trained with much data from the Catalyst team to be able to answer certain questions and also be able to better direct you. And we also want to also have community collaboration, which will be
James,
well, yes, please.
James, please, you have also exceeded your time, but we can give you some 1 minute to wrap up for us, please.
Okay, sure. So we also want to have also community collaboration to connect tools for stakeholders, and also for the community to also help us better improve upon the application, and also for much collaboration between people who also use our application. So the result that we expect is that the proposal should also have 70 to 80% improvement in submissions, and also fewer errors, and also reduce the onboarding time due to this AI chatbot, and also to be able to also instantly inform proposers of proposers if their projects aligns with previously funded submissions through a database research. And our target audience are Cardano members and also potential developers, ecosystem managers, and also funded project proposers. We've requested for 50,000 ADA for this particular project. And this is our team. We have a lead developer, a front-end developer, an AI trainer, and also a back-end developer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, James. We really appreciate your proposal and also for your time for coming here today. Please let's show some love to James Anoche, AI-powered chatbot to assist us, especially the new beginners, the newbies, to interact directly with the community, right? So any questions, any opinion they have, they can. I love this project. So James, you can also share your project with us, your project link as well in the comment section, and then we'll show you some love. All the best for your proposal. We have Echo Harding. Echo, please, are you here?
Yeah, Daniel, I'm here.
Okay, please take over, please.
Look, can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you very much. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Echo Hardin, and I'm here to share on the proposal Empowering Ghanaian Youth Through Cardano Blockchain, the ISEC collaboration for awareness and adoption. So, this is the content of the whole proposal. Problem identify, collaboration, ISEC, and name it. Then the problems identify. So, I identified about 4 problems. The first one was youth unemployment in Ghana specifically. Then the increased rate of emigration in Ghana. Then Cardano is still not widely adopted in the Ghanaian community. And lastly, new members struggle to navigate their way through the ecosystem, and hence they fall out after some time. The last one, I noticed from how when developers come to the blockchain, they just come and do their work, then after they just leave. So it's like more or less we don't necessarily have enough developers in the ecosystem. So that's what my proposal seeks to solve. Moving on. Then our vision is two. One is to educate and the other is to empower. So the first is to educate these young people the opportunities available for in the Cardano ecosystem or the Cardano blockchain. And lastly, to empower, that is to equip them with the necessary skills so that they can thrive in their community and also be valuable to the Cardano ecosystem. Then the main goal here is to collaborate with ISEC. So ISEC is one of the largest youth-led organizations in Ghana. And this is to help raise awareness opportunities within the Cardano blockchain and Project Catalyst. Then ISEC also organizes educational conferences in the year, about 2 of them, 2 main ones. And with this collaboration, we are hoping to organize about 3 of them and also reach out to more than the number they have been reaching to. Then the partnership aims to empower young people, provide education on blockchain technology, and also cultivate a network for growth and impact. Then project scope overview. As I mentioned, we are hoping to organize 3 conferences in 3 of Ghana's most vibrant cities. Then also the project aligns with ISEC mission in developing leadership potential in youth by providing them a platform to change and empower individuals for impactful outcomes. The project details and execution. So the project budget is about 30,000 ADA, and the project timeline is 9 months. So I've placed a link in here to have the breakdown of the whole project, the timeline, and also the budget. Then expected outcome and impact. So the first is to organize 3 conferences, and out of the 1,000 youths we are most likely to reach out to, we are hoping to onboard 150 at least. With these 150, we hope to create the wallet for them, and also we'll have them on idea scale registration. Then with the progressive plans and expansions, the first is to help them to get them to sign up to Cardano academy so that they learn more about Cardano blockchain itself. They learn about the Cardano blockchain itself and also like get to understand how and where they can fit in and operate from. Then another is the enrollment in Accra Resource Center program. So it's a Fund 12 proposal which was funded and it's currently running. It's running for about a year. I'm currently a student there learning data analysis and social media marketing. So these 150 people we on board, we are hoping that these we get them to also sign up for the Cardano Academy. They will also enroll in Accra Resource Center to learn certain skills. I learned next year, God willing, they'll be having skills, teaching skills in AI, and they've started also like with graphic design too. Then the project also aims to establish a long-term partnership with ISEC and extend the impact to more regions and communities in Ghana and beyond. So ISEC is in about 100 countries nationwide. We start with Ghana, and as we move on, we focus on other countries like Ivory Coast, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, name it. They have this presence here. And so by moving with ISEC, we hope that we're able to reach a lot of these young people and also now onboard them to Cardano and so equip them with the necessary skills to thrive in their communities and also be valuable to the Cardano ecosystem itself. Then the project team is myself. We have Einstein, who is currently a member on the civics committee, and we have also Richmond Samba, who has been an active member on the Cardano ecosystem. So Einstein is our advisor for this entire project too.
Okay.
And yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, Eko, thank you very much. And I also want to congratulate you. Cardano Foundation selected this proposal of yours for their voting.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So you are part of the list that they are voting for. And I'm sure because you have written a very good proposal, that's why you are part. That's why they choose you. I actually love this proposal the first time I came across it. And I love it because your proposal idea is in line with the Catalyst African Town Hall, our long-term plan, including some of the short-term plans that we have. So you can get in touch with us, right? So that we see how we can expand this proposal to the rest of the African countries since we have branches. We have operations in those countries that you mentioned and how we can move this forward with you. We are also familiar with the Accra Resource Center, the work that they are doing over there. So all the best. I don't have question for you, and I don't know if anyone have question for you. If you have question for Echo, please you can unmute yourself or um raise your hand, and I'll give you the chance to talk. Okay. So it seems like your presentation is well understood. Kindly share your project title and your link to the chat for us. We'll read more about it and then we'll also show you some love. Quick note before we go on this IdeaFest, the video will be uploaded on our YouTube. We will share it on our our Twitter. We also share it in our Telegram. We have about 200 and something members in the Telegram. We will ask them to support your proposal. We also put this proposal in our link tree. We have a link tree that we are adding all the proposals that are presented at the Catalan African Town Hall. We are adding it to it. So we are not just presenting, right? But we are also promoting your project to get funding or to get the maximum exposure visibility that it needs. So that is it. The last but one, we have Madam Ifia. Madam Ifia, please, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Oh,
Okay,
I'm here.
please.
Just that my network is really bad. Kumasi network is bad.
Okay, so will you want us to share our screen for you?
Sure.
Okay. Our time is far gone. Please forgive us. She's the
I'm
last
just
person
going.
presenting.
I'm just going to be very, very brief. Very brief.
Please. We trust you.
Okay, so as you are getting yourself to share the screen, I'm a few also, as you all know, under Fund 11, we had a budget to educate people or the youth actually a school, to actually create a school to educate people on apps, dApps, whatever, new technologies, Web3, Cardano blockchain. And looking at the funding, we decided to put together a resource center where people can just come in to learn whatever they want to learn, new technologies. And under Fund 13, we've put a couple of proposals in there again. But the major proposal that I want to talk about is empowering professional bodies with Cardano blockchain. I've noticed since I came into this fall 2021, we've done a lot of youth onboarding, but we need to now get the country really behind blockchain if we want to go far. And most of the time when we go to places like we go to institutions, universities, when we talk to the heads, they tend to tell us that, oh, blockchain is illegal. We don't want to talk about blockchain. They equate blockchain to crypto, saying they don't want to talk about blockchain. But so right now, what we want to do is to go to the professional bodies. And we believe that if you're able to buy in, you can roll the slides. I may not be talking to the slides because I want to be fast.
Okay.
If you really want to get people really understanding, then it means we have to get these professional bodies also on board. So the whole idea is to have a survey of the various professional bodies, select about 3 or 4, and actually go in depth with them. We'll do a general blockchain education to all of them, but then select about 2 or 3 and really set up examples of blockchain systems, apps, whether it's their voting for their association and all those things. And they'll use blockchain. We experienced some in Kenya. It was on-chain voting. And they'll realize how those blockchain is so flawless, and the use of blockchain would advise them to use it in their finances and all those things. So that's the whole idea about this project. And I really, really love to get this project going because I believe that if you are able to get the professional bodies on board, we can move ahead on this education of getting people to understand blockchain in the country. I thank you, and I hope you look out for those projects and then vote for me. Thank you. Vote for us. There is the Accra Resource Team. We have developers. We have people who understand education, blockchain education. The team is solid. And I believe that we'll be able to deliver as we delivered in our Fund 11 projects. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The team is solid indeed. The Accra Resource Center is doing marvelous things in Accra. Those of you who don't know them, check them out on S. Please kindly show them some love. But if you can please share your project title and the link with us in the chat, we will be very grateful for that. Without me wasting much time, I think we have done so well. I congratulate all of you for staying from the beginning to the end. We are almost done, right? We are about to wrap up. Like I said earlier on, these presentations will be shared on our YouTube, as well as also promote each of you your project, your proposal. So your videos will be cut into pieces. So it will be tailored to you alone. Then we share it on our S with your name and your project title on it for further visibility. We also want you to know that Catalyst African Town Hall is not only a virtual event. We do physical events. We have a lot of programs that we are doing, right? We have an expansion project. We have Decentralized Finance Africa. We have Internet Adoption Project. So, and I realize that most of your presentations that have happened here today, most of them fall under our programs that we have, our long-term programs. So please, we'll get in touch with some of you, and some of you too can get in touch with us and how we can further promote Cardano and blockchain across Africa. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate you. Today is Tuesday. It's not our usual days, but you were able to make it and come and share your project with us. Thank you very much for
Nat,
doing
I'm
that.
here. Oh, please, I'm waiting for you to call me for dinner.
So we'll be having our how do you call it? We'll be having our last meeting on the 20th. 20th December will be our last meeting for the year. We have a surprise for all of you, right? All of you. So those of you that are managing students, managing communities, please invite them to attend our Catalyst African Town Hall on the 20th. We have a special something for you. And so that's the end. We have ended the African Town Hall. We'll stop recording, and if you want to stay and have any other discussion, including the dinner that Madam Ifya is chasing is it Jonathan Nathaniel
Nathaniel.
for
Nathaniel, right?
Nathaniel, please, I don't know when and how you promise her dinner, but please
I'll take
please.
you to the law school Akwaba night.